Listen to wetin Dele Farotimi dey talk. I talk am that time say you see the biggest problem wey Nigeria go get. Now all this Akpabio, all this legislation, now them go be the biggest problem wey Nigeria go get. When I dey talk at that time, some people think say I not just like Akpabio. No, it don't reach time now where Akpabio suppose act. It don't reach time where the legislative arm of government suppose act. Listen to Dele Farotimi. He don't talk and pop and play the way in short. See wetin he use this APC guy I see. Watch the video, share and make other push him because this is the fact. No matter how they want to twist the narrative, this is the truth. Watch the video, share for me. They're important.
Investigation, and that is where we want to maintain.
Sorry, can I come in? Can I come in? It's obvious, sir. No. You didn't read the document. Hang on a minute, because it's obvious you didn't read the document.
No. You have just asked me a question.
No. Let me finish.
That's the same way.
Let me finish.
You always preempt.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
The person who's answering.
My brother, you know, we come a long way. And your emotional blackmail cannot work. I don't. You know, you achieve a blackmail.
You have come.
So let me please.
Can you retrieve that?
Let me speak. Your emotional blackmail cannot work that statement. Secondly, you have not read the document.
I will not continue to answer your question.
You have not read the document because if you have read the document,
stop to answer your question.
If you have read the document,
Mr. Rufai, if you have please go back and retrieve that statement, or else let me answer.
I will not retrieve the statement because you totally emotionally blackmailed. So moving on.
No.
Okay,
please direct your question somewhere.
Let me make my points. If you have read the document, it shows that CSU actually sent another document that was made for Tinubu to Nahoro Eba. And there was discrepancy. That's why CSU said they did not print out that document that particularly was sent to INEC. Mr. What's it called? I would like to come to you. Mr. Dele Farotimi. Please, can you comment on all the facts I have brought out?
See, facts don't matter in Nigeria any longer. That's just the truth. It's gotten to the point where alternative facts have taken over the space and truth itself have become completely subjective and transactional. The depositions are clear and they are not ambiguous. The person representing CSU was unequivocal in declaring that the certificate submitted to INEC by the man known as Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not emanate from them. That is a matter that should be conclusively dealt with and forgotten about. Whether the Nigerian courts will find that a sufficient basis to do the needful, that's another argument that we can have at another time. But that we're still arguing about what has been conclusively proven in the deposition speaks a lot to the kind of country that we have become. Now, when you now speak about a missing document, the person went to school, you now begin to dig to the substance of the issue. You now begin to have to answer the question. The document submitted to CSU itself showing that it was a female that had the qualification to enter the place, nobody is talking about that. If we are not going to be dealing with the substance and we are just dancing around the issue, we can't even agree on what is not or what should not be argued about that is already clear in the face of the deposition, that this document to Mark A that was given to INEC by Mr. Tinubu did not emanate from the body that was purportedly issuing the document. The body came out clearly. Now, whether Mr. Tinubu attended the university, whether he attended having the right qualifications, whether he lied about the schools he attended, whether Government College Lagos was found in 1970 or 1974, that's another story entirely. And the deeper you dig into this, the messier it becomes. And I actually think that we have a duty not to allow truth to become transactional and subjective. Facts on the ground are clear. The certificate submitted by Mr. Tinubu is a forgery. That is not my opinion. That is what the registrar of the school has declared on oath. So what our own courts would do with it is what they are prepping for with all these alternative narratives and facts that they are spewing. Oh, so I have a driver's license, but I forgot my driver's license and I have now forged one so that I might prove that I actually had one issued to me. It's still a forgery.
Okay, two quick comments. Dele Farotimi, can the Supreme Court take fresh evidence? Are there compelling exceptional circumstances that would, dictate that? Do you think that forgery can be established at this stage, considering the fact that there are decided cases on forgery, the most celebrated one being the Eremi case in Bayelsa.
Dr. Abati, when your legislators are corrupt, you should be worried. If your executive peopled by crooks, you should be afraid. But when the judiciary stops being court of law, the people should be alarmed. Nigerian courts over the past few years have shown very clearly that we have good reasons to be worried about the capacity to deliver justice or to give equity. However, I do know that within the inherent jurisdiction of that court, it has the powers, if it so desires and if it finds the will, to hear evidence that will suggest that the person who is sat in the highest office of the land is a career criminal. That is entirely up to the Supreme Court. It is up to the court to decide whether it is capable of saving what we have described variously as a democracy. What I have said is very simple. No, I'm sorry, Dr. Abati. I am sorry, Dr. Abati. Please rein in Mr. Azan. Rein him in. Rein him in. Rein him in. He had his say and I did not interrupt him.
You had your time.
He had his say and I did not interrupt him. Please rein him in. What I said is very clear. What I said is very clear.
Don't interrupt him. Please.
You are very biased in your own opinion.
Okay,
made up your mind.
Please.
As an unbiased arbiter, you are a judge. Keep the judge don't descend in the arena. You just take over the show, Mr. No, to me, on that, I believe that because of issues. Let us talk about law.
Please, I beg you.
It's the law that we are talking about. It's the lawyer addressing the judiciary. This is the issue. The judges address them.
Okay, but
we lawyers cannot continue to desecrate the judiciary.
Allow him.
The judiciary are there to be there as unbiased arbiter. If you love to be part of the articular and media lawyer, go and join them.
We are not in a
go and
position.
accuse of fact before the court. You don't come to the media and presume judgment. And I won't accept it. I won't accept it. You've taken over the show. No, we are here to inform the public. Not you, but the public.
Hold on. We are not in a position to charge you for contempt. But this is becoming contemptuous.
My words are not ambiguous.
Mr. Farotimi,
I was speaking with you specifically, Dr. Abati, over a year ago. I was away in America when you asked me specifically about the appointment of the current CJ, and he was appointed in an acting capacity at the time. And my opinion are on paper. They are clear, they are not ambiguous. I have zero trust in the capacity of the CJN to deliver justice. That is not political. That is something I had said long before there was a Peter Obi. So there is nothing political about that. There is nothing personal about that. This is all about Nigeria. It is about the country we want to leave behind for posterity, for our children. What values are we building that country with? Is it a country where nothing matters any longer once the person can snatch it, grab it? If you speak against that, you must hate the person. Is that the kind of country we have become? It is up to the judiciary to decide whether he wishes to do justice or whether he wants to continue wearing blinkers and pretending that it is a court of law when justice is vacant completely in his court. This is not about legalese. It is about building a society based on morality, equity, justice, and even law. If we're now faced with a situation where in our courts, the law does not matter anymore. You have a Lawan in the Senate, even you have an Akpabio, and then you are asking me if I have confidence in the capacity of that judiciary to do justice. I am telling you straight up, no. If anybody does not like that, it is up to them. The point I'm raising is when you have this much imputation of criminality, whether it is proven or not is another ball game entirely. It is not even seemly. Already all over the world, our reputations are in tatters simply because of the person who sits in the highest office in our land. And then we are being told it is wrong to ask questions. We must hate him if we are asking questions. I hate nobody. I hate their deeds.
All right. Okay, I mean, very heavy things you said here, and as you've mentioned, it's just important to clarify that they're your personal opinion in your personal capacity in terms of your evaluation of the judiciary and the capacity of the CJN to deliver equity and justice.
Yes.
Purely personal. So
Purely
that's your
personal.
opinion. All right,
And
just
the evidence.
When I was complaining about Akpabio submitting all the powers of the legislative under the executive, especially under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, based on what they were doing sometimes ago. When I made the post, a lot of people came after me and was like, why will you be saying that? You don't like this guy, don't like Tinubu, you don't like Akpabio. A lot of people started saying all sort of things. Anyway, I only make videos and I make complaints once. The next thing I will do is to leave you. Reality will teach all of us the real lesson. And that's what we are facing right now. Now, recently, somebody, for the first time in the history of the United States of America, after 250-something years of independence, somebody was impeached as the Speaker of the House. That person that was impeached was the first person that moved the motion for his impeachment came from his own political party. You know why? Everybody in America puts America first before anything else. But in Nigeria, a Bayo or Nanuga opened his mouth and said, I am a Yoruba first before Nigerian. So it is the interest of Yoruba first before the interest of Nigeria. So no matter what happens to Nigeria, as far as the Yoruba is protected, it's okay. It doesn't concern him. Nigeria can perish as far as Yoruba is okay. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. Because the people who portray themselves as leaders that you people listening to, that you follow around, they don't even care about the country itself. All they care about is their interest. And when we keep saying this, that we should put the national interest first. Leave these things you are supporting. Look, when you see truth, stop twisting it. Oh my God. How better can we say it? How better? But it's unfortunate that some of us will soon retire from this work. And I pray that those that will take over from us will do better than we did. That's all I can say. But I can tell you for good, most of us will soon retire from this job. And those that will take it over, I pray that they succeed. That's my own. We've done our best. We've been trying. Nobody's going to say we didn't try. As well.